And now it's time to play Guess How Many?
Hello goat lovers, Crystal and Emily here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and today we have to get the does their annual CD&T vaccine. So I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity, since they're all going to be on the stand, to guess how many babies they are carrying. So for now we have them all down here, all the pregnant does, and we just have this temporary divider that we put up so that they can all be in the bottom. And then once they get off the stand, we're gonna put them up top here so that there's no mixing up who hasn't been vaccinated. Now we did already get our 6 does that are not bred CD&T, so they're all up here, and we're gonna start getting these pregos on the stand. So let's get going. You wanna go first, Lodi? Let's go, baby. Come on. All right, so with our pregnant does, they get their CD&T just shortly before they actually give birth, so that the CD&T passes through the colostrum, which then gives it to the babies. So the only thing, if you guys saw the video yesterday, I did do it sub-Q under the skin on the babies, but here with the bigger does, the only difference it's gonna be, because it's still 2 cc's for any goat, any size, any weight, but I'm gonna do it in the muscle, so it's gonna be IM on the bigger does. The little girls I do sub-Q because there's not a whole lot of meat in the neck, which is where I'm going to give the shot. Okay, so there's a big meaty part right here on the neck. And push the needle in. Just like that. That was easy, huh, Lodi? So this video doesn't end up being a 3-hour-long video. I'm not going to show you the CD&T on every single goat, but they're all still going to get done. All right, so first up is Lodi here. Now her due date is March 23rd, and she is a first freshener. All right, now Lodi here isn't one I would call mighty wide at all, but she definitely has belly. I've definitely felt her babies moving around, and again, she's got the udder. I am guessing 1 for Lodi here. How many, Emily?
I mean, last year we got a lot of shocks and surprises. I'm about to guess 2 or 3.
You can only have 1 guess.
2.
2? All right. I say 1, Emily says 2. What do you guys think? Next up is Betsy. Her due date is March 30th, and she is also a first freshener, first time having babies. All right, now Betsy here is another one I wouldn't consider mighty wide by any means, but she's definitely got some belly, and she's also deep-bodied where she could hide a couple in there, but even at that, I'm calling 1.
I mean, I'm about to say 1 too. She doesn't look very big, but I mean, yeah, 1.
All right, 1 for Betsy. Emily says 1. What do you guys think? All right, this is my pretty girl Daisy here. She's due March 27th, and she is a first freshener. And this girl, I have not felt babies move around yet, so I am gonna try to see if, I think I already feel a baby right there. I'm gonna try to see if I can feel the baby, so let's see. Hopefully we'll have better luck than last time. Looks like I feel something there. Is that a baby? It's a hard object. Little stinkers. Oh yeah. There's the babies. That was like a somersault. So definitely a baby right there. Cool. I've tried to fill a couple other times and I could not fill them, so that makes me really happy. So Daisy here is not looking super wide, or mighty wide as I say, but she is very deep bodied, so she could definitely be hiding babies in here. I'm gonna go at least 2, probably not 3, so I'm just gonna go 2. However, her mom, Dawn, loves to give, you know, triplets and quads, and it's kind of in the lines to throw a lot of kids, so I'm gonna go with it. We're going 3. 2? All right, 3 for me, 2 for Emily. All right, now we have Birdie on the stand here. So she is due April 1st, April Fool's Day. and she is a first freshener. Birdie's just got this tiny little cute belly. She isn't the widest of, the deepest of does here. Me, I'm going 1.
I mean, she could very well have 2 in there, so I'm gonna say 2. She's first fresheners are always shocking.
Okay, this is Tippy. She is due March 29th. She is also a first freshener, and I have not felt for babies. The last time I felt, she didn't have an udder bump either, where she has a little tiny one now. Let's see if we can feel her babies. You wake them babies? She's not feeling real hard either. Sometimes when they're chock full of babies, like, don't get a lot of give in the belly. Oh, come on, Tippy. Tell your baby to wake up. Not feeling anything. There it was. I think. Was it? It was light. It wasn't a real hard kick, a real obvious one, but I'm pretty sure that was the... Oh, yeah, there's the movement. That's a baby. Cool. Cool, cool. It's awesome feeling the babies. Cool, I felt the baby. That makes me feel so much better. Okay, so Tippy isn't mighty wide. She's got a little poochie here. And she has that deep body that I absolutely love. So I think she could hide a couple in here, but when I'm feeling it, and again, how I was saying, she didn't have a lot of give. It's not a real hard belly. I'm thinking she's got 1 baby in here with a lot of room. That's my guess.
I kind of feel like if she had a lot of room, she wouldn't be this big, so I'm gonna have to guess 2 small size.
2 small babies? All right, I say 1, Emily says 2. Now we have Maida here. Now Maida is a 2-year-old first freshener. She is due March 26th. Okay, so for Maida, she's looking pretty wide, but she also looks very, very deep. And as a first freshener and a 2-year-old, obviously her body is larger than a 1-year-old, and she can hide them easier. I'm saying, she very well could have 3 in there, but I'm gonna go 2.
She looks, she's Maddie's daughter and she doesn't have very many babies, so yeah, I'm gonna have to say 2 as well.
2. Okay, this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous dreamer is up next. I can't even tell you guys, she is due March 22nd, so she's one of the first due dates that is sneaking right up just over 2 weeks from now, and I cannot believe how much she has developed. She has gotten so deep, and I just love it. And she has just a lovely udder that looks like it's going to be so much prettier than last year, just bigger and wider and more filled in. And last year, you guys, if you saw, she didn't get real big at all. I think I only guessed 1, that she was going to have 1 baby, and she ended up giving us triplets. And she's looking mighty wide this year. So let's guess. Again, she's looking wide, but she is so deep this year. And if she had triplets last year, she could have 7 in here the way she was. But I'm just going to stick with triplets again this year.
I mean, she looks very massive, and if she wasn't as deep-bodied, if she was, I'd guess 2, but she's very deep-bodied, so I'm gonna have to guess 4, but she might have 5.
Oh, that's okay. I say 3, Emily says 4. All right, ironically, Dreamer's baby Dinky wanted to be next. So Dinky here is due April 1st, so April Fool's Day, and she is a first freshener. Now, I did not feel babies the last time on her, but I tell you what, she has the most adorable, lovely looking udder coming in. So I'm gonna try to see if I can feel babies, but she does have her udder coming. Oh, that was like right off. I'm pretty sure I felt a little kick. Let's see. Are your babies awake? Yeah? Yeah, our babies are moving all around. They're cute. I'll have to see if they're as flashy as her and Dreamer, man. Cool, so felt the babies. Okay, so not a lot of width here. She is pretty deep-bodied, not super deep-bodied, so she could hide. I'm going with 2. If her mom didn't give, if she wasn't out of triplets and her mom was this size last year and I guessed 1, I would definitely say 1 on her, but again, these lines like to throw a lot of babies, so I'm going 2.
Like Mom said, it runs deep in the deep in the blood, like Dawn, Dreamer, and most likely Dinky too. So 3.
You going 3? All right. I still say 2. 2 for me, 3 for Emily. All right, now we have this precious sweet girl, Wildy. She is due April 1st, so another April Fool's due date. And this is her first time, so she's a first freshener as well. And she is just looking adorably huge. Now Wildy just has, she is looking mighty wide for her little stature. And it goes deep too. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna go with 3 on Miss Wildy here.
I mean, I kind of feel like when we have a big doe that has 3, they're not this big. So I'm gonna say once again 4, but I hope I'm wrong about that.
All right, now we have Vogue, who I'm so excited about. She is due March 31st. She is a first freshener. Now Vogue is a 2-year-old first freshener. And she's looking mighty wide and full of babies. And she's got quite a plump little udder. So I'm really, really excited about. So this girl, again, is looking mighty wide. And she is a very deep-bodied doe. So she is out of quads, Vogue here. And her mom didn't even look like she had 1 in there. So I'm going for quads on this girl. I just think she could definitely have that many in there. And her mom, she's out of quads, so I'm saying 4.
I mean, she about straight up looks bigger than Wildy, but she is older, so I'm gonna have to say 4 as well.
Okay, 4 and 4. All right, next up is sweet Miss Abilene. She is due March 26th, and she has really got deep in the body this year. So developing lovely as an almost 3-year-old. And she could seriously be hiding a lot of babies in here. She doesn't like me filling her udder unless she's in milk, but thank you. And her udder's not real large, so, but it's there, it's starting, but it's just not real big just yet. All right, Miss Abilene surprised us with triplets last year. And I think she's gonna carry through again this year with triplets, so I think she could be hiding more than 3, but I'm gonna go with triplets. How many do you think, Emily?
I'm gonna have to guess 3 as well.
Yep, all right, so 3 for me, 3 for Emily. Now we have Maybelline, and she is due April 5th. Okay, so Maybelline is much wider than she was last year, and last year she did have triplets, just like Dreamer, and she surprised me. I did not think she was gonna have triplets. I was saying 1, I believe. And of course, with another year of development, she's a lot deeper. So I'm thinking she's gonna have triplets again. What do you think?
I'm gonna have to say quads.
You think 4?
Yes.
All right, 3 and 4. Emily's got high expectations of these does this year. All right, now is our beautiful champion May here. She is due March 31st. All right, so May looks a little wide, and she is very deep-bodied. She could very easily be hiding 2 in here, and because I don't want her to have just 1, I'm saying 2. She's never had more than 2.
I'm also gonna say 2. She's an old doe with all those years, 2.
All right, here is my lovely Mayo. She is due March 22nd, so one of the first due dates, right there with Dreamer. And she's looking big, guys. She is looking like she looked last year, though. And her udder isn't real big, but it is coming in nicely. Come here, come here. And I have not felt her babies. I have no doubt she's pregnant, but let's see if we can feel the babies. Oh, there they are. Man, that was a big kick. I wonder if you guys could have even seen it right there. There's a, oh yeah, a little party in there. It's a little baby party. Thank you, Mayo. All right, she's just looking perfectly wide here. And again, Mayo's a deep-bodied doe because that's what I breed, deep-bodied does. But she is looking like she looked last year. So, and last year she gave us triplets. I'm gonna go with triplets again for this pretty girl. Fingers crossed. What do you think?
Even though her mother always has twins, I'm gonna have to say triplets as well.
Okay. All right, this here is my pretty girl, Cammie. She is due April 9th, and she's looking mighty wide, you guys. Super wide. However, she doesn't have that much of an udder just yet, which would make sense if it's April 9th. And I haven't felt her babies yet. Oh, there. Well, there. I have now, so cool. How many babies you got in there, girl? It's another party in a belly. There, now I can say I felt Cammie's babies. All right, you guys. She's one of the bigger out of the herd. And she's older in age, so she has that really good deep body. I'm betting she's given 4 this year.
I mean, she kind of always gives 4, but yeah, 4.
All right, now we have Little Bit. She is either due March 22nd or April 11th. Now, I'm kind of thinking last year she had twins, and she really doesn't have much udder development at all, so it's probably more like April 11th. And I have not felt her babies yet. So let's see if we can get some baby movement. A Little Bit is like a milk cow. So if she was getting pretty close, I kind of feel like she'd have an udder going on already, but she doesn't yet. Let's feel those babies, girl. Oh, there's the babies. Yeah, it's gonna be, I bet you it'll be April 11th. That was just a little kick. It's always nice when there's no udder and then you feel the babies, because then you can just guarantee that they're bred, which is nice. And plus I love feeling the babies. Good girl, Little Bit. Okay, so Little Bit isn't looking too wide. And she has just over a month if it is April 11th. So it's about the last 4 weeks when they start really plumping out. Last year she gave twins, 2 really beautifully large, healthy twin girls. I'm gonna say she's gonna do the same this year. I think twins.
I mean, Little Bit's fairly deep-bodied, so I'm gonna have to say triplets because she's shocking.
Okay. 2 for me, 3 for Emily. All right, here's our herd queen, Elsa. She is due April 6th, so she literally has a month to still grow these babies. She is huge. She is looking really, really big. All right, you guys, that's a lot of belly, especially considering she's got 4 more weeks. She always gives triplets and quads, and last year she was so big, I thought she was gonna give, have 5 babies, but she didn't. I'm gonna go with quads again this year. We've never had 5, so I don't know. I'm going with quads, and really I just care that she has 1 Swiss marked doe in here for me with blue eyes and poke. That's what I want.
I'm about scared to say 5, so I'm gonna go with 4.
You should go with 5.
4.
Okay, 4 and 4. Now we have Miss Cassie here. She is either due March 31st or April 20th, and I am hoping it's not April 20th, but I have a feeling it is. She doesn't have an udder bump going yet, and I haven't felt her babies. So I'm gonna try to feel for babies, at least. Now it's pretty common, and all does are different, and every year is going to be different, but it can be very common for like the first fresheners not to get an udder until they're almost 2 weeks right before they kid. Not as common with does that have freshened multiple times, which Cassie is also one of those. That being said, 3 years in a row they could, you know, freshen 2 months. 2 months in advance have an udder, and then 1 year right before. There's the babies though. There's the babies. So with the udders, it can be a gauge, but it can also be very deceiving. So I am still going to hope for March 31st. And I felt her baby, so that makes me really happy. There's babies. And she's getting wide, you guys. So if you guys can see how wide she is. And, you know, she's going to be 4 years old, so she's just really lovely in as far as depth of her body is concerned. So she can hide babies. And she's a cami daughter, so I don't know. If it's March 31st, which I'm hoping it is, I'm going to say 2. And if it's April 20th, I'm going to go with triplets.
If she was as big as Cammy, I would honestly say 6. But I'm going to have to say triplets this year.
Alright, here's our little Spitfire lodi. She is due March 22nd, so the third one with the first due date. So she's right there with Dreamer, Mayo, and Lodi here are going to be the first due. She's not looking giant at all. But nothing about this little girl is but her personality. I did already feel babies for her, and it felt like another little Lodi in there going crazy. She's got a lovely udder bump kicking, so obviously Lodi isn't looking super wide, but if you guys saw from the other angle, she is very deep. She gets that from her grandma Lacey. I don't know. Last year she just gave 1, and she was smaller than this. I'm gonna go with 2. I'm gonna say she's got 2 in there.
I mean, I feel like 2, yeah.
All right, 2 and 2, guys. All right, now we have Dawn here, and her due date is March 23rd, and I have not felt babies on her, so I'm gonna try. And she really doesn't have much of an udder bump, but it has started at least. Dawn's my doe that doesn't want me to love her. She's looking pretty darn big, really. And she likes to give triplets and quads. Calm down, girl. She's feeling pretty squishy in there, though. Let's see. Not feeling any movement. Alright, Dawn's nervous. It's windy. Alright, let's guess. Alright, so like I said, she's looking pretty darn wide. She was really squishy. Not like super tight, like there's a ton of babies, you know, in there or anything. And she's also deep-bodied. So, I mean, she likes to give triplets and quads. I'm going to go with triplets. I'm saying triplets.
I'm going to have to say 2 just because 2. Yeah.
You think 2 babies?
Yes.
In this big old belly?
Yes. You said
All
it's squishy.
Right. 3 and 2. Second to last doe is Lily here, and she is due April 9th. So she looks right on target for April 9th. And she's got a lovely udder growing already. Now I did not feel I haven't felt her babies move yet. She's feeling pretty tight in there. Let's feel those babies, girl. Last year, Lily's udder was really capacious. It really filled in, and she made a ton of milk. And she had 2 babies. So this year, she should produce more milk. I don't feel those babies, though. She's still got a little over a month. So, like I said, she's looking pretty wide. And again, she's got that deep barrel like Lacey from her mama. So she can hide babies in here. Due to the fact she's still got 4 weeks to go, she's getting an udder bump. You know, a pretty nice size one was telling me that her body's saying she needs to make a lot of milk. I think she might have 3 this year. I think it's 3. She's never had 3. Only Lodi was her first single, and then she had twins and twins. I bet you she'll have 3 this year. What do you think, Emily?
I mean, her mom does always hide does, so I guess you could say it's in her blood, but I'm gonna have to say 2.
You think 2?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is like her track record.
So last but certainly not least, this is Maddie, and she is due April 5th.
Well, what do you think? Have you felt her babies?
No. You'll let me notice?
Wake them up. Give her a little bump.
Okay. Oh, I got a little kick.
You think so?
Just barely, but yeah.
Does she have any udder?
See? Just a little, yeah. I'd say she does.
Let me check her. Let me check you, Maddie girl. Yeah, you do got a little udder bump, huh? April 5th, so that is a month away. She doesn't feel real tight. Okay, I'm not feeling the babies either. I don't know. She's looking deep, and she's definitely widening out. What's your spiel, Emily?
I mean, Maddie had 2 ginormous bucks last year, and honestly, she might have 2 this year. So I'm gonna have to say 2.
Okay. Yeah, she did. Year before last, she gave us triplet does. I'm gonna cross my fingers for triplet does again this year. That's what I'm saying. You're saying 2?
Yes.
3, 2. All right, you guys, feeling good that me and Emily got all the does CD&T'd. I felt for almost every single one of the babies now, except for a couple does. And yeah, so one thing I will say before ending this off, they will always trick you. It's fun to play the guessing game and see how many you think they're gonna have, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be what you guess. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We have 17 days before our first due date. It's sneaking up on us. We'll see you guys again soon.
Bye.
Bye guys.